This is Minnesota Boy. I'm at a rest area on the side of Interstate 94 in Wisconsin. I'm on my way to GeoWoodstock eventually. I'm gonna make some other stops on the way. It's a big geocaching event. There's also some big Munzee events going on in Owensboro, Kentucky at the end of this week. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna see friends there, and I'm gonna get a lot of points in Munzee, and I'm gonna find a lot of geocaches. It's just a whole big trip. I am still driving across Wisconsin. Had to stop at this great pink elephant. It's called Pinky, believe it or not. I'm sure you do. But guess what? There's also a geocache back over behind this little hill behind me. Let's go find it. All right, you might still be able to see Pinky's back right up over the hill over here. You know, we also found this, geocache found. It's fun traveling across the country looking for geocaches. It's always a good thing. Kind of leads you to little oddities like this, like Pinky the elephant. Hey, I am in the state of Illinois and I'm doing the Big Things Small Town Geo Tour. It's 5 different stops centered around the town of Casey, Illinois, but I've already been to Marshall, Illinois and saw the world's biggest gavel. And now I am in the middle of nowhere at the Martinsville Egg Fair, and they have the home of the world's largest horseshoe. The world's largest horseshoe is here. There it is. It is big. That would have to be a big horse, maybe Paul Bunyan's horse. Well, I have made it to Casey, Illinois, and I am inside the world's largest mailbox. You can see going back. That is a long way back there. Stairs are back there. That's a great view of the main street of the town. You can see other big things from here. Now, across the street, there's a, what is that, a big bird cage? Over there, you see it? World's largest barber pole. Yeah. Down the street, world's largest pencil. This is quite an awesome town. There's so much to see here, and it's just a lot of roadside oddities, and they've decided to go up big here. It's very cool. Geocaching just makes it better. Well, I've had a great time in Casey and around Casey looking at all the big things. Right behind me, as you can see, is the world's largest pitchfork. Wow, this thing is massive. Anyway, I've had a great time, done a bunch of adventure labs, found some other caches. Well, I am in Evansville, Indiana, and one of the things that geocaching does is it brings you to some interesting locations. Behind me here you see what's Bosse Field. It's B-O-S-S-E. It is in Evansville, Indiana, and it opened in 1915. It's the 3rd oldest baseball stadium still in use by professional baseball over all that time, and the only 2 older parks are Fenway Park in Boston and Wrigley Field in Chicago. Because it fits into that time period so well, a lot of the scenes from A League of Their Own were filmed here. And it's just a very interesting location. I wish I could get inside. I cannot. It's currently the home of the Evansville Otters, an independent league team. And interestingly enough, the address of this place is 23 Don Mattingly Way. So I'm guessing Don Mattingly probably played here at some point. Yeah, geocaching brings you to a lot of very interesting locations. This is a virtual cache. All I got to do is get a photo of myself here with the stadium, and then I'm going to move on to another thing. Place in Evansville. It's a even rarer type of cache, a webcam. and it's at a downtown library, and we'll go there next. Okay, I am in downtown Evansville, Indiana. Behind me is the Willard Library. It opened in 1885, and the reason I'm here is because geocaching has brought me here, of course. There's a very special kind of cache here that is getting kind of rare to find these days. It's called a webcam cache. So I need to go inside this library and find one of the webcams, and there are many in this building, and get my photo with one of those webcams. The reason there's so many webcams in this building is because this building is haunted. It's haunted by a ghost called the Gray Lady. And the Gray Lady is first seen in the 1930s by a custodian, most recently in the 2010s by a librarian. And many people have seen this ghost over the years. And so they set up these cameras as partly ways to catch visions of the ghost. I don't know if that's worked, but it makes for a great geocaching experience. It is Friday night, and I'm here at the Munzee event here in Owensboro, Kentucky. You can see all the people gathered behind me. It's a pretty good sized Munzee event. And see, we're right on the river here. It's a gorgeous spot, nice park. We did some physicals for the event. Of course, there's a ton of cards here, lots and lots of points. It's been so fun being down here in Owensboro doing both Munzee and geocaching stuff. In fact, we found 2 or 3 geocaches in this park tonight too. Coexist, baby, coexist. It is the day of the mega event GeoWoodstock. You can see the board behind me spelling out GeoWoodstock. That's where you sign your name. I did sign my name on there earlier. You'll probably see it here. And we've had some food. Went to a wonderful live taping of the Treasures of Our Town podcast in the Blues Museum. It was a fun time. Josh and Craig did a great job. And it was very interesting and entertaining, and I think a lot more people are going to be listening to that podcast, which is awesome. There's so many people here. There's food trucks, there is ice cream, there's all kinds of things going on. You can get a beer if you want. This is a great riverfront area, and it's just a wonderful place to host GeoWoodstock, and the city of Owensboro has just been a wonderful place to visit. Hello everybody. If you stuck with me this long, then you must be interested in Munzee and or geocaching, or in me. But anyway, I'm on my way home now from my long road trip to Owensboro, Kentucky. And I'm in a nice Holiday Inn Express in Iowa City, Iowa. And just trying to do a little bit of a wrap up from what happened for the whole week. First I'll talk about Munzee. Munzee's a great, fun game to play, and there were so many events this weekend. I attended 4 Munzee events this weekend, including a mega on Saturday. Throughout the 6 days of my trip, I have gotten a total of 781,000 plus points in Munzee, and that's really not a lot compared to what a lot of people did. I was busy socializing and doing other things, geocaching and other things, so didn't concentrate totally on Munzee, but still, I went from being ranked 620th in the world to 547th in the world. And one player on Saturday, just to give you an example about how many points were available, set a new daily record. He had over 5.5 million points in one day on Saturday. Amazing. When you go to these big Munzee mega events, there are just so many points to be had, and you can just do it all day long, and it seems like you could never get done. But it's a blast. You get to talk to your friends and have fun doing it. So Anyway, that's wrapping up Munzee. And now we're talking about geocaching. Got the logo right there. GeoWoodstock 19 was held in Owensboro, Kentucky this past weekend. It was amazing. So many people. I looked at how many people have marked attended logs on the main event. It was 1,008 so far, and that's, probably not everybody is logged yet, and that doesn't include people that cache in groups with one name, and also people who bring their families. I'm sure there was a couple of thousand people at this event. It's my favorite event, I think, was the Midnight Madness event. It was late, second to the last day. It was late on the Saturday, and it's basically a geocoin and path tag trading event. I'm into path tags myself. I have a few path tags of my own that I've created, but I was able to trade for all of these path tags. I don't know if you can see how many there are in this bag, but it is amazing. There's so many. So that's great. When I get home, I'll be logging all of those path tags. That might take me a little bit of time. But anyway, these events down in Owensboro were great fun, but also the city of Owensboro was just wonderful. And if you've watched through this video, you've seen a lot of the other things that I saw. I did, over the course of my trips, I finished 16 adventure labs. That's a lot of finds. And many other geocaches, the events, and also touring the Bluegrass Museum, touring the Green River Distillery, which was just an awesome time. And learning about that process and seeing what they do. And the whole city of Owensboro really rolled out the red carpet for all the geocachers, and it was a great time. We all enjoyed it.